Hello, my name is Jody Blankenship, and I'm the President and CEO of the Indiana Historical Society. I want to welcome you to this virtual National History Day in Indiana awards ceremony during a truly historic period in our histories. And I want to thank you for being a part of the Indiana Historical Society family in this time of fear and uncertainty. We are grateful that you have chosen to spend your time and efforts with us. The Indiana Historical Society is Indiana's storyteller. We collect, preserve, interpret, and share more than 8 million items in a collection that records our successes and failures, our values, and our aspirations. The history we collect is more than memories of the past. It is information that is critical to understanding our world today and making decisions that will lead to a better tomorrow. National History Day in Indiana is our state's affiliate of the national program that is located at the University of Maryland. The IHS is proud to host the NHDI program because it fits squarely within our mission of sharing the discipline of history and its value with students across our state. This year, more than 6,000 students participated in National History Day in Indiana, and more than 1,500 teachers partnered with the IHS to bring this program to schools across the state. The IHS staff who worked on this program traveled more than 3,000 miles visiting classrooms, hosting workshops and consultations for teachers and parents, and managing regional contests. Despite all this travel, the current pandemic of COVID-19 has caused some unique challenges that we never thought we would face. The IHS team had to quickly adjust to closing campuses and create a plan to host virtual, regional, and state contests. I'm very proud of the IHS's staff. They demonstrated creativity and dedication to your learning and experience and resolve to make this program a success in the face of great adversity. I hope you'll join me in thanking them. I want to give a special thanks to all of the NHDI teachers for your understanding, patience, and support of this change to a virtual format and for encouraging your students during these difficult times. We know that you're dealing with many uncertainties in your community and family and job, and we appreciate your dedication to this program when you have so many other worries and challenges happening during this time. Thank you. And finally, I want to thank the NHDI sponsors, the Richard W. and Irene Rooker Family Foundation, the Vigran Family Foundation, and the TCU Foundation. With your generosity and support, we were able to do all of this important work. Thank you for your financial support, volunteerism, and enthusiasm for this program and the impact it has on students across Indiana. Now, I'd like to introduce and hand things over to our wonderful and talented National History Day in Indiana coordinator, Johnny Fox. Johnny?
Thank you for the introduction, Jody. And hello again, everyone, and welcome to our NHDI State Contest virtual awards ceremony. This has been a wonderful first year as your NHDI State Coordinator, and that's all because of you, your teachers, families, and the judges. It has also been a challenging first year and a challenging year for us all. I can't thank everyone enough for their patience, understanding, and determination through this unique process of transitioning into virtual contests amid the pandemic. You've all been wonderful. I think we've all proven that nothing can stop us from doing history. I also want to thank our sponsors, again, the Richard W. and Irene Rooker Family Foundation, the Vigran Family Foundation, and the TCU Foundation. We greatly appreciate your support. We could not do what we do without you. Before we get into awards, let's hear a message from one of our supporters of the program, Dick Rooker.
INDIANA. Indiana National History Day. National History Day has been so fun for our family. I've kept the signs my son and his NHDI friends made for the parade at Nationals a decade and a half ago. In our family alone, National History Day in Indiana led our son to the college he attended, the major he pursued, the spouse he married, even the city they live in. The coronavirus may have stopped our getting together in Indianapolis for state finals and in Washington, D.C. for nationals, but it cannot stop the lifetime of enjoyment it puts in you for learning history deeper than you've ever learned it before. National History Day lets you be in charge of your learning, lets you be the teacher, lets you interpret history and tell history's story in ways never told before. It introduces you to people's struggles in the past that will help you deal with your struggles in the future. It celebrates accomplishments of the human spirit, just as we celebrate your accomplishment on your academic excellence. From school to district to state to nationals, whatever level you achieve, know that your work will impact the lives beyond your own. Every project brings new meaning to our understanding of the past. Because of your dedication to your learning, your audience, including me, gets to learn why our modern world is what it is. Thank you for the hard work you've done to help enrich my life. I'll see your project online, and I hope and expect to see you at NHDI next year.
Thank you, Dick, for your message and your support. I've said this at every contest, but I really do mean it when I say that no matter what the results today, you should all be incredibly proud of yourselves. You made it to state. And before we get into the category awards, I would like to introduce Bethany Rockebeck, our Director of Education and Engagement at the Indiana Historical Society. Bethany will be announcing the recipients of this year's special prizes. So take it away, Bethany.
Thank you for the introduction, Johnny. It's so wonderful that we're able to gather virtually to announce the 2020 National History Day in Indiana State Awards. I have been so impressed with the hard work our Hoosier students have done this year and the perseverance they have shown in the wake of COVID-19. We are well and truly living through history. This year, over $10,000 has been donated to offer almost 30 special prizes, all focused on Indiana history. You have all risen to the challenge. We received 88 nominations for 16 special prize categories, which I have the pleasure of announcing for you today. As well as cash prizes for the students, we are pleased to announce that the student's educator will also receive $50 for each winning project. Teachers and students, be on the lookout for an email from Johnny with instructions on how to submit the necessary paperwork to receive your prizes. All right, let's get to it. Starting off, we have the Wendell Jack Peterson Prize for Public School Education History, sponsored in honor of retired Indiana Public School Administrator and Servant Wendell Jack Peterson by Becky Boyle. This is a $100 prize awarded to an outstanding project that explores the history and its people of Indiana's public schools. This year's award goes to Charlie Noss and Max Martin Baltz for their documentary on George Taliaferro. The Asian American History Prize is sponsored by David and Christina Wong and is awarded to an outstanding project on Asian American history in Indiana. This $250 prize is awarded to Harley Weinberg, Landon Wakeman, Madison Arnold, and Sidney Basham for their documentary on Shinzo Oki, How One Japanese Man Broke the Barrier of Animosity. Up next, we have the John Bartlow Martin Award, sponsored by Ray E. Boomhauer. This is a $250 prize awarded for an outstanding project on journalism and/or journalists in Indiana. This year's recipient is Jonah Smith for his performance on Ernie Pyle, America's Window to World War II. The Patty Curran Prize for Fashion Design in Indiana, sponsored by Patty Curran, is a $250 prize awarded for an outstanding project that features an Indiana fashion designer or designers. This year's prize goes to Grace Romine for her documentary on Norman Norell, Indiana's greatest fashion influencer. Our Indiana Local History Prize is always a hotly contested category. This year, we have been able to offer a $250 prize for the Youth/Junior Division, as well as a separate $250 prize for the Senior Division, thanks to the support of the Indiana Historical Society Local History Services. This prize is awarded to an outstanding project which focuses on local Indiana history. Our Youth/Junior Division winner is Charlie Noss and Max Martin Baltz for their documentary on George Taliaferro. Our Senior Division winner is Parissa Sharani and Sneha Vashista for their documentary on the legacy of John Evans and the Central State Hospital. The Women's History in Indiana Prize, sponsored by the Indiana Women's History Association, is a $250 prize awarded to an outstanding project on women's history in Indiana. This year's winning entry goes to Elaine Dietz and Emerson Stickle for their exhibit on Juliet Peddle, Indiana's first female architect. Speaking of great Indiana women, our next prize is the Madam C.J. Walker Prize, sponsored by Andrew Halter and Joshua Rogers in honor of Tanya Stewart Overdorf. This prize honors an outstanding project about Madam C.J. Walker's time in Indiana. This year's $250 award goes to Brooke Haney, Daniel Chrysler, and Wyatt Roby for their exhibit on Madam C.J. Walker, Beauty Breaking Barriers. The International History in Indiana Prize was sponsored anonymously. This $250 prize is awarded to an outstanding project on an international history topic that has an Indiana connection. This year's recipient is Elizabeth Green for her exhibit on Father Hesburgh, Changing the World with His Love. Our final $250 prize is the Crown Hill Heritage Foundation Prize for Notable Hoosiers, sponsored by the Crown Hill Heritage Foundation. This prize recognizes an outstanding project about a notable Hoosier who is buried in Crown Hill Cemetery. This year's award goes to Julia Dong and Cyan Daniel for their documentary on One Medication, Millions of Lives. The next three $500 awards, all sponsored by Nancy Ayers, look at three distinct areas of Hoosier life and recognize an outstanding project in commerce, transportation, and architecture, respectively. The Ayers Prize for Commerce in Indiana goes to Julia Dong and Cyan Daniel for their documentary on One Medication, Millions of Lives. The Ayers Prize for Transportation goes to Faith Austin for her documentary on Ralph Teeter, A Blind Man's Vision. And finally, the Ayers Prize for Indiana Architecture goes to Ani Brown Harbin and Laura Burr for their exhibit on Avriel Shull, Leaving the Home to Design Homes. Next, we have the Indiana University Bicentennial Prize, sponsored by Indiana University. This $500 prize is awarded to an outstanding project on the history of Indiana University, its people, campuses, events, and/or impact. This year's recipient is Emmett Twassen for his exhibit on George Taliaferro, IU football legend who tackled segregation. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum Prize, sponsored by the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum, is a $500 prize awarded to an outstanding project that features Indiana automotive or auto racing history. This year's prize goes to Faith Austin for her documentary on Ralph Teeter, A Blind Man's Vision. This year is a special anniversary that I want to acknowledge. This is the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage. In honor of this anniversary, Indiana Humanities has provided a $500 prize for Indiana women's suffrage centennial history. This prize is awarded to an outstanding project on the women's suffrage movement in Indiana and/or the involvement of Indiana women in state, local, or national politics leading up to or since 1920. This year's prize goes to Audrey Beckstaller for her paper on Zerelda Wallace, Advocate for Women in the 19th Century. And that's all of our special prizes this year. Thank you to all of you who decided to explore Indiana history. It is through you that I get to learn such exciting stories from around Indiana that I may never have heard of before. Through your projects, myself and many others get to know our state just a little bit better. Now, without any further ado, I will turn it back over to Johnny Fox, your National History Day in Indiana coordinator, who has done an outstanding job of rising to a challenging first year and excelling. Johnny, thank you for all of your hard work, and I look forward to seeing all of the great things you do with National History Day in Indiana 2021.
All right, everyone, the moment you've all been waiting for, category awards. So let's get things started off with the Youth Division. For Youth Individual Website, in third place we have Maximilian Mundy for Holiday World, Breaking Barriers in Theme Park Design. In second place, we have Dominic Gasper for the Messerschmitt 262, Breaking Barriers as an Aviation Revolution. And in first place, we have Luz Awatol for Helen Keller. For Youth Group Website, in first place, we have Ella Allen and Maya Kelly for Valentina Tereshkova. For Youth Individual Documentary, in first place we have Alexandria Bramhill for The Eagle Has Landed. For Youth Individual Exhibit, in second place we have Krisha Dykes for Susan B. Anthony. And in first place we have Jackson Floyd for How Mr. Rogers Broke a Barrier. For Youth Group Exhibit, in second place, we have Lacey Minette and Navia Pearson for Peg Carrot. And in first place, we have Haley Minette and Kylie Brooks for The Life of Helen Keller. Good job, youth! Congratulations! All right, time for our Junior Division category winners. For Junior Paper, in third place, we have Lillian Tabor for Monroe Elementary, a key stop on the road to equality. In second place, we have Daniel George for Obergefell versus Hodges, Destroying Societal Barriers That Denied Same-Sex Marriage. And in first place, we have Mary Eifert for Ryan White, Just a Kid, Breaking Barriers for People with AIDS. And I would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our Junior Paper finalists. Great job, guys! For Junior Individual Performance, in third place we have Cecilia Mundy for Breaking the Barrier of Flooding, the Ohio Flood of 1937 and the Tell City Flood Wall. In second place, we have Jonah Smith for Ernie Pyle, America's Window to World War II. And in first place, we have Raquel Brower for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Breaking Barriers Through Law. Now let's take a moment to congratulate all of our Junior Individual Performance finalists. Great job, guys! For Junior Group Performance, in third place we have Evie Rilou and Max Chesko for the KKK's Impact on Indiana Politics. In second place we have Dylan Didario and Mason Naiman for the American Landings of D-Day. And in first place, we have Elizabeth Scooth, Emily Hackwelder, and Sophie Farnham for Rachel Carson's Silent Spring, Breaking Environmental Barriers Throughout the Country. For Junior Individual Website, in third place, we have Olivia Orions for Ruby Bridges, Breaking Racial Barriers in Education. In second place, we have Shivani Desai for The Race to Genome Editing, Breaking Scientific, Technological, and Medical Barriers. And in first place, we have Grace Ganser for The Clinton 12, Breaking the Barriers of School Segregation. And let's take a moment to congratulate all of our junior individual website finalists. For junior group website, in third place, we have Lydia Adair and Terrence Moore for George Taliaferro's journey through breaking the color barrier at IU. In second place, we have Braden Pippin, Kenzie Jacobs, and Shaylee Walker for Rosa Parks and the Montgomery Bus Boycott. And in first place, we have Catherine Stauffer and Julia Stauffer for The Tomboy of the Air, Blanche Stewart Scott, and Breaking Barriers in Aviation. And let's take a moment to congratulate all of our junior group website finalists. For junior individual documentary, in third place, we have Sophie Lang for Breaking the Gender Barrier, Ledbetter versus Goodyear. In second place, we have Ford Lee for The Life and Death of Emmett Till, a springboard for the civil rights movement. And in first place, we have Mike Belting for Stanley Kubrick and the Impact on Film. And let's take a moment to congratulate all of our junior individual documentary finalists. For junior group documentary, in third place we have Caleb Duell, Finn Bailey, Robinson Hoffert, and Wyatt Stapleton for Jackie Robinson, Breaking Barriers Through Baseball. In second place, we have Alden Zolman, Julius Jodway, Peyton Kruger, and Timothy Kay for Breaking Barriers at Bat, the Indianapolis Clowns. And in first place, we have Avery Ferris and Ranye Ezenekwe for Apollo 11, the space mission that completed the impossible. And let's take a moment to congratulate all of our junior group documentary finalists. For junior individual exhibit, in third place we have Bren Dickerson for Apollo 11, Breaking Barriers in History. In second place, we have Elena Jacobus for Gus Grissom, a space leader. And in first place, we have Emmett Wasson for George Taliaferro, IU football legend who tackled segregation. Let's take a moment to congratulate all of our junior individual exhibit finalists. For junior group exhibit, in third place, we have Caleb Walcott, Ethan Zare, Josh Cohn, and Milan Hancock for Penicillin Breaking the Bacterial Barrier. In second place, we have Mackenzie Noss and Taylor Lucas for Challenging Japanese Internment. Fred Korematsu defies Executive Order 9066. In first place, we have Amelia Alexander and Margaret Burkholder for Desmond Doss Breaks Barriers as a Conscientious Objector. And let's take a moment to congratulate all of our junior group exhibit finalists. That does it for junior division. Congratulations, everyone. Great job. And last but not least, our senior division. For senior paper, in third place, we have Sherry G for Time to Forgive But Not Forget. Eva Moses Court lights a candle for Holocaust history. In second place, we have Joaquin de Vries for Breaking Through Trenches and Racial Tensions, The Struggle of the Harlem Hellfighters. And in first place, we have Jared Ito for Japanese Americans Breaking Racial Barriers. And I would like to congratulate everyone who made it to finals for senior paper. Great job, guys. For senior individual performance, in first place we have Emma Zalke for Cole Porter. For senior group performance, in third place, we have Benjamin Riggins, David Steele, Isabella Scott, Kiefer Earl, and Maggie Schweitzer for One Giant Leap for Mankind. In second place, we have Erin Balaska and Samantha Ackley for The Angels of Bataan, a landmark for women. And in first place, we have Ethan Betances, Jason Benyuski, Keller Bailey, and Ryan Hoffert for Werner von Braun and Sergei Korolev, Breaking the Barrier of Space. And I would like to also congratulate everyone who made it to the finals round for senior group performance. Great job, guys! For senior individual website, in third place we have Aidan Schilling for A Soviet Saga, Reform, Regret. In second place, we have Amelia Ringer, Breaking Barriers Through Curb Cuts, How 3 Universities Implemented Curb Cuts. And in first place, we have Maxwell Yee for Fundamentally Breaking Big, Recognizing Macromolecules. I would like to congratulate everyone who made it to the finals round for senior individual website. Congratulations, guys. For senior group website, in third place we have Chloe Laird and Leah Brandt for Rosalind Franklin, Breaking Barriers in Biology. In second place, we have Abigail Angebrandt and Megan Bickley for The Angels of Bataan and Corregidor. And in first place, we have Bailey Schidler and Isaac Frenchler for The Vicar vs. Fuhrer, Breaking Barriers with Actions, Not Words. I would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our finalists for senior group website. Great job! For senior individual documentary, in third place we have Henley Lynch for Harvey Milk, Breaking Barriers in Politics. In second place we have Angela Gao for Alan Turing, A Hidden Hero. And in first place, we have Faith Austin for Ralph Teeter, A Blind Man's Vision. Now, I would like to take a moment to congratulate everyone who made it to the finals round for senior individual documentary. Congratulations, guys. For senior group documentary, in third place, we have Jonathan Rogers and Sarah Burns for The Atlantic Charter, How a World War II Meeting at Sea Led to the End of Colonization and the Formation of the United Nations. In second place, we have Archie Kalra and Jordan Siegel for the Bandung Conference, a post-imperialist test of Afro-Asian solidarity and how it pioneered the non-aligned movement. And in first place, we have Harley Weinberg, Landon Wakeman, Madison Arnold and Cindy Basham for Shinzo Oki, How One Japanese Man Broke the Barrier of Animosity. I would like to congratulate all of our finalists for Senior Group Documentary. For Senior Individual Exhibit, in third place we have Ava Cabellon for Sandra Day O'Connor, Breaking Gender Inequality in the United States Supreme Court. In second place, we have Chloe Robison for the Thalidomide Tragedy, Breaking Barriers in Politics and the Placenta. And in first place, we have Mia Sosa for Liz Meitner, Breaking Barriers and Breaking Atoms. I want to congratulate all of our Senior Individual Exhibit finalists. Great job, guys. For Senior Group Exhibit, in third place, we have Omaga Peleru and Brooke Yee for Elizabeth Blackwell, Breaking Medicine's Class Barrier. In second place, we have Brooke Haney, Daniel Chrysler, and Wyatt Roby for Madam C.J. Walker, Beauty Breaking Barriers. And in first place, we have Megan Tierney and Sienna Shapiro for Elizabeth Blackwell, Breaking Barriers for Women. And before we conclude, let's take a moment to congratulate all of our finalists for Senior Group Exhibit. Great job, everyone, and great job, seniors. Congratulations, all of you. So well done to all of you. It has been such a pleasure to see the work you all put into your projects. And as always, thank you for teaching us all something new this year. Whether you're moving on to nationals or not, you accomplished great things. So be proud. Thank you again, teachers and families, for all that you do. Your support makes all the difference. As a reminder, if you received first or second place today in your final divisioning category, you are eligible to compete in the national contest this year. If both first or second place cannot compete, third place may take that spot. I'll have more details on nationals in the near future, so teachers and students, please keep an eye out on your emails for additional information in the next week. I would also like to recognize 2 of our own Indiana teachers who have been nominated for awards through National History Day due to their outstanding work and dedication to their students. For the junior division, Linda Mim of Sycamore School has been nominated for the Patricia Bering Teacher of the Year Award. So congratulations, Linda. And for the senior division, Kristen Renschler of Columbia City High School has been nominated for the Hannah E. Liz McGregor Teacher of the Year Award. So congratulations, Kristen. Shout out to you both. The winners for those teacher awards will be announced at nationals this summer, so stay tuned. And before we leave, I figure I should make the big announcement. I'm sure you're all wanting to know what next year's theme is. So, without further ado, next year's National History Day theme is Communication in History, the Key to Understanding. That concludes our virtual state award ceremony. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for participating. And thank you all again for such a great year. I hope to see many of you compete next year.